long before kingdoms rose, before darkness consumed the world. The ancestors protected the balance of life itself. Light and darkness fought for a long time, until a warrior sacrificed his life to save the world. The fire did not end that night. It followed him in the smoke, in the silence, and in every memory he could not escape. MIELA walked alone beneath the dying sky. The village that once gave him shelter was gone, reduced to ash and echoes. The wind carried the scent of burnt wood and something worse, death. He did not know where to go. He did not know why he survived, but somewhere deep inside him, he could feel it. Something had awakened. Every step through the forest felt heavier than the last. The cold grew sharper, the silence grew louder, and the shadows no longer felt empty. But memory is cool. It returns when the world becomes quiet. And he remembered the moment the darkness looked directly at him. He remembered the flames swallowing the houses. He remembered the fear in the eyes of the villagers. For the first time in his life, MIELA was afraid of himself. The deeper he walked into the forest, the stranger the world became. The trees twisted like ancient giants. The air felt alive. Night arrived slowly. The last light of the sky disappeared behind the mountains, and the forest revealed its true face, breathing. But whenever MIELA turned around, there was nothing there. MIELA finally stopped near the remains of an old tree. He was being watched. His legs trembled from exhaustion. His hands still carried traces of ash. And his eyes no longer looked like those of an ordinary boy. He tried to sleep, but the moment he closed his eyes, he saw the fire again. The screams returned, the flames returned, and then he heard a voice.
You cannot run from the blood.
He stood up carefully. The wind moved through the trees like whispers from another world, and somewhere far within the darkness, something moved. The boy began walking again, not because he knew where to go, but because stopping felt even more dangerous. Hours passed. The cold became unbearable. Hunger clawed at his body, and exhaustion slowly consumed him. But still, he kept moving. Then he saw it. A light. Faint. Distant. Hidden between the trees. MIELA approached slowly. Every instinct warned him to stay away. But hope is dangerous, and desperate people follow it anyway. The light came from a small abandoned cabin. The wood was old, the roof half destroyed, but for the first time since the attack, it felt safe. MIELA entered carefully. The air smelled of dust and rain. There was nobody inside. He collapsed near the wall. His body could no longer continue. And slowly, his eyes began to close. But outside the cabin, the forest was no longer quiet. Something ancient had felt his awakening. And now, it was searching for him. Far beyond the mountains, in a kingdom buried beneath darkness, a figure sat upon a black throne. The flames danced across the walls of the chamber, and beneath the shadow of the crown, two crimson eyes opened slowly.
The boy survived.
The room fell silent.
Find him.
The shadows beneath the throne began to move, as if the darkness itself had obeyed the command. And somewhere inside the ruined cabin, MIELA suddenly opened his eyes. The mark on his hand began to glow.